a little bird. Its name was Enza. I opened the window and in flew Enza.
Hey guys, what's up? There's one thing that I want to go over before I get into today's video. The state has never given any individual their rights and liberties. Therefore, they have no power or authority to take away the so-called rights or liberties from the people. I think right now, more than ever in the history of this country, we're at a tipping point where basically we need to take what is rightfully ours instead of sitting back and begging the government for something they never had control of to give us in the first place. Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to the channel. You guys are watching Talks with Ryan. Like, share, and make sure and hit that subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a few days since I put a video out, and I'm glad to be back. I've been super busy, haven't really had the time to sit down and actually put the work into the video. But to make a long story short, guys, the medical tyranny in California has hit its all-time high. All right. The stuff they're doing right now is like Mayor Garcetti has basically went and declared 1984 on the entire Los Angeles County. This is an article from Fortune.com. Los Angeles new virus lockdowns bans most walking, driving, and use of public transport. Now, that's not all it bans, but that is the gist of it, and that is a factual article. This public order was passed down just a couple days ago from Mayor Garcetti, I believe, or something like that. I probably butchered his name, but regardless, guys, anybody that falls underneath this order, it's basically a death sentence for that individual or for that individual's family that they're planning to support that they can no longer do. The order, which supersedes one from June, prohibits public and private gatherings of people from more than one household, and it states that all businesses in the city that require people to work on location must stop operations. Now here's the super tyrannical part that's worse than what I just said. Walking, driving, travel on public transport, bikes, motorcycles, and scooters are prohibited other than those undertaking in essential activities. Now, what is essential activities and essential work? We've seen this before already in many other states. Basically, it's the medical industry, it's big pharma, it's the big box corporation stores, and it's public servants or public workers. However, guys, the order does list a few exemptions, including faith-based outdoor services, outdoor church services, and homelessness. That's the only two that stand out from the top. The others include supermarkets, groceries, healthcare operations, but still does not cover gyms. So if the guy who owns a gym wants to go work out and do a private session all on his own, he's not allowed. And what's going to happen to that guy, you're going to find out here in just a second when we go on through the bill or through the article. It states that activities such as golf, tennis, pickleball are still permitted according to the order. Now, all this was basically compiled, and I say compiled because it was literally compiled, and that's about the only way you can put it because there's no organization to it, and basically all of it's garbage data. But it was all compiled from Johns Hopkins University, the fear chart, that everybody sees on TV, the one they used to scare the holy crap out of everybody that's watching from home. That way they can keep the order going and keep everybody following in line. Now, guys, here's basically the excuse from the governor and from the health board that brought on these new orders. 408,000 confirmed cases. That's confirmed off the RT-PCR test that's used to amplify some type of microorganism or something. It's not used for diagnostic purposes. And that comes not just from me, but from Kary Mullis, the man who won the Nobel Prize and invented the PCR test. But regardless, 7,700 deaths confirmed. And that's about the same thing there. Here is a letter from a bunch of different doctors and physicians and everybody basically come together and wrote a letter to the president. And what they were talking about is, they said, "We write to you today to express our alarm over the exponentially growing negative health consequences of the national shutdown. In medical terms, the shutdown was a mass casualty incident." Here's a study from Wellbeing Trust that collected data, and it shows that the new WBT and Robert Graham Center analysis that the pandemic could lead to 75,000 additional deaths from alcohol and drug misuse and suicide. Guys, there's doctors all over the nation that's coming out and admitting that the number of suicides is higher than the number of infectious virus cases. And I mean, it's ridiculous. These politicians and stuff are closing everything down and basically amplifying those numbers, while they're, what they say is bringing down the other numbers. And you know, we can't see any effect. The only effect we see is the people's well-being and basically their livelihoods getting shot down every day. I hear it from people all over, everywhere, all over the nation, that basically they've lost everything that they've worked for. They don't have money for food. They don't have money for payments. They're losing their home. I mean, it's getting bad. It's getting bad, and it's only going to get worse as long as this crap continues. Now, I will be leaving this article along with the public order article itself in the description of this video, so you can go through and read it on your own. But as for the article, anyone over the age of 16 traveling into LA must complete an online form upon arrival to acknowledge that they've read and understood a California travel advisory. Failure to submit this form is punishable by a fine up to $500. Now, this is for people that most of them have been out of work for almost 12 months. You know, they can't get food. They're losing their things that they've bought and purchased over the years. They're losing it now because of delinquent payment. They could go jump in a bread line, you know, and maybe even get some handout food. But now walking and bicycling and scooters and being normal, being a human being, is illegal. So therefore, I don't even know if people are allowed to go out and stand in a bread line, because it's not listed as an essential activity. So therefore, they've really stuck the sword in, and then they just twisted it as, you know, as hard as they possibly could, and they've really just screwed the people over to the max. Guys, we got to start telling people, because people have to wake up and realize that they're doing all this based off faulty medical advice from people that's not medical professionals, and they're using basically equipment that does nothing. You remember this article out of Fox? And from the CDC, actually, it showed that 71% of the people that always wore a mask still got the virus. And what I've been doing recently is pretty sobering. I've been going back and looking into the Spanish influenza. And guys, there's so many similarities. It's actually pretty creepy. I mean, look at this picture here, guys. You know the old saying, it's cliche. I've heard it a million times, but basically, if we don't learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. Does this look familiar? Guys, real quick before I head out, and before you guys head out, I have some good videos lined up ready for you all that'll be coming out in the next few days. So if you're new to the channel, please do me the favor and do yourself the favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you'll get a notification, hopefully, every time I post a new video. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments section below. Like always, you guys do great with the comments. I love talking to everybody. And more than anything, I want you guys to take care of yourself. I really want you all to continue the strong, hard fight for your civil liberties and for every one of your rights, because you're not just protecting them for yourself, you're protecting them for everybody else, regardless if they even know it or not. But other than that, guys, take care, and I will see you all shortly in the next video.